Hello everybody and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today's review is on a reboot of a film series based on a popular video game franchise. After the continuous disappointments in each of the previous films, does this reboot break the pattern for the series? This is Kia's Reviews and this is my review of Resident Evil. Welcome to Raccoon City.
Guys?
I've always had an interest in wanting to play the Resident Evil video games, but always had other games that took preference, and still to this day, I've never played one. Apparently this is based on the games, so I had no idea who was from them, who a new character could have possibly been, or just a basic storyline. The only thing remotely tied to me knowing a bit about Resident Evil is the overall meh film franchise starring Milla Jovovich. That series was definitely a miss, but for some reason was able to still withstand about 6 movies. However, Welcome to Raccoon City is a complete reboot, so no prior knowledge is really needed before going into this one. I can't say that I was surprised that this ended up being terrible. Maybe not as bad as some of the other films, but it definitely didn't achieve even a status of meh. I get that the movie tried to go for a horror genre, but the scares were expected and underwhelming, the story was like a bat out of hell, and so much more just felt wrong. This felt like it was more of a paranormal activity movie than a Resident Evil movie at times.
Hey, you need help? You need help.
I will give this to Resident Evil Welcome to Raccoon City. It has a great casting in Scodelario as Claire Redfield. She just had to make the most of a very weak script. Recognisable from the Maze Runner series that ended a few years back, she was the only aspect beside the bloody zombies, which were done well, that kept me even the tiniest bit interested. This is definitely a very good example of a story that has the right concepts, but was terribly executed. I could see aspects from the short previews I've seen of some of the games, but I can't say conclusively whether anything here was accurate to those games. The action sequences were somewhat well done actually, and were surprisingly well made, but the integral parts of making a well done and memorable film is good dialogue, great direction, and a story that knows what it is. And unfortunately, I got none of that from this. Apologies that this is such a short review, but I really didn't have much to say on Resident Evil Welcome to Raccoon City because I didn't like it really that much. But it isn't a completely tragic failure, and it definitely did have a few scenes that are decent, but not enough to hold up as an interesting film. Given that the concepts could have been so well done, I could see where this story wanted to go, but in the end, the execution was devastatingly poor, so I'll give Resident Evil Welcome to Raccoon City a 3 out of 10. Thank you all so much for watching. Are you going to see Resident Evil Welcome to Raccoon City? Let me know below. As always, be sure to have a look at my previous reviews of Dear Evan Hansen and Tick Tick Boom. This has been Kia's Reviews. I'm signing off for now.
Don't forget to like, follow, and obey.